I always figure I yell over middle school kids, so it should be good. So my name is Gail Brown, and I work at PAAR, Pittsburgh Action Against Rape. So we are Allegheny County's local rape crisis center. Our office is located down in the south side. We serve all the city of Pittsburgh as well as all of Allegheny County. We provide a wide range of services. I work in prevention and outreach, so I go out in the community, do programs with kids in schools. We do programs with community groups, professional trainings. We do a program called Project Last Call, working with restaurants and bars to look at how they can make their workplaces safe for staff, as well as ways that they can look out for their customers and patrons as well. So that's sort of how we're involved with this. We also have a variety of services for folks who may have experienced sexual violence, including medical and legal advocacy services, as well as counseling services. And we operate a 24-hour helpline at 1-866-END-RAPE, and that's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, certainly for somebody who's in crisis, but also for anybody to call to ask a question, get information, find out how to help a friend. So that's just sort of a quick overview of who we are and what we do. All right. So thinking a little bit about the Barrel and Flow event, or just thinking about any beer festival, what's the purpose? Why do people come?
Drink.
To drink?
Have fun.
Have fun, absolutely, right? So they're coming out to, you know, try beer, drink, hang out with friends, have fun, right? And so wanting to make sure that people are having fun. Unfortunately, you add alcohol to a situation, and sometimes that can, you know, make situations be a little bit uncomfortable. You know, sometimes people don't act their best when they've had a few drinks, or, you know, we add a little bit of alcohol to the situation. And, you know, nothing is worse for people having fun than one bad social media post, right? One bad social media post and somebody saying that I went to this festival and something happened and nobody helped me. Nobody listened to me, right? There was event staff and nobody stepped in and said anything. Nobody helped me out, right? So all the work for you know, a whole ton of people having a really great time and having really you know, a fun experience, and one person on social media posts something and it can all kind of go downhill from there. And nobody wants that, right? So we really want to think about you all as that event staff, as volunteers, as folks wanting to help out to make sure that people have fun, right? We want to make sure that you are able to step up and do that, okay? And so thinking about, you know, how you all can do that and the role that you play, and really thinking about how you can step in to do that bystander intervention role, okay? So bystander intervention, and we have that kind of on the card there, is that idea of recognizing a potentially harmful situation and choosing how to respond in a way to positively influence the outcome, okay? So you all really are walking around kind of being those eyes and ears for the festival to kind of recognize that, hey, if this situation goes any further, this could turn out badly, right? And you all are probably in a better position to recognize that than folks that are hanging out with friends, having a good time, sampling beer, and they're not really kind of paying attention to those things. But you all are in a much better position to be able to see those things, and then to be able to hopefully step in and say something, right? So I think most of us often want to step in situations. Why don't we? Why don't people step in and help out? Absolutely, right? We often want to do something, but we don't know what to say, right? Yeah.
We wonder if we're being nibby, or should we mind our own business?
Absolutely, right? It's none of my business. I don't want to be nebby, right? Should I? Shouldn't I? Maybe they're okay with it. Do I know the whole situation? Did I only hear part of it, right? Yeah, okay? Any other reasons why we don't get involved?
Fear for your own safety.
Absolutely, right? You know, we may want to say something, but suddenly it's like, wow, there's a whole group of people. I'm not doing that by myself. Or I might want to say something and I'm not if it's some dude that's, you know, up here. Yeah, I might not, right? So, you know, we think about the fact that we often want to do something, but we don't know, or we don't know how, right? I always think about barriers like this, though, because those are real barriers. They are real things. However, I don't know about you all, but lately what I've discovered trying to get to work is every day it's an adventure to find out what street is closed today. It just seems to be random, it happens, and it's quite annoying. However, when that happens, I don't just run up against the barrier and I'm like, okay, my day is shot, I'm just gonna go home. No, I have to figure out a different way to get around that, right? And so that's how I really look at barriers, as that direction might be blocked, but that doesn't prevent me from finding another way to intervene, okay? So on our sheet here, we've got lots of different ways that we can think about how we can help out, right? I always want to stress safety is super important, and I am never advocating anybody to pull out their Superman cape and jump into the middle of something crazy. Absolutely not, right? But there are things that we can do to help out in a situation. Sometimes it's just a distraction, right? So sometimes it might just be, you know, can we break people up? Can we, you know, get people laughing? Can we get people moving along to something else or somewhere else? And especially at an event like this, that can sometimes be just your best option. Is that, you know, people just need to kind of, you know, break it up and kind of move along to other things. There might be some situations that pop up that you delegate because you might not be the person to handle it, right? So thinking about what are your other options available. Is it moving up the chain to somebody else with more authority? You know, is there a need to contact police? Is there other security around, right? So you don't have to always handle everything by yourself. It could also be, hey, I need help, and pulling another person in to help you, okay? Is it documenting something, right? Do we need to take a photograph or a video of something? Do we need to take somebody's name or information? Documenting is helpful only if we pass it along, however. So we want to make sure that we're not just holding on to that information, but that we are then delegating it to somebody else. Delaying, maybe right in that moment, it doesn't work to say something, but you know, if somebody's walking away, do we go and ask them if they're okay? You know, do we follow up with somebody afterwards just to see if they need any help? Is everything okay? And certainly if we do feel comfortable being direct with somebody, we can. Direct doesn't always mean getting in somebody's face and yelling and screaming at somebody, okay? Direct could just be like asking a question. And sometimes space is a great deterrent. You all have t-shirts, right? That's going to identify you as event staff, right? Think about when you were a kid, right? A teacher, your mom kind of thing would just sort of move over and stand by people. Did that change your behavior? Probably, right? And it works for adults too, right? If you're identified as staff and you just sort of move over and stand near a group, you'd be surprised how people change their behavior real quick because they suddenly realize like, ooh, somebody sees, somebody's, you know, here, like what's going on? Why is event staff near me, right? You'd be surprised how well that works, all right? So let's try